Deepa, you're going to go to room number 13 and exchange emails. And then right now we have Roy in room number 1. I don't see him yet. Let's see, is he there? Yes, he is there. Okay, Roy's ready to go in room number 1. Coming up next, we have Lynn Singer, also known as The Voice. So Lynn she's going to be talking, she is known as the heart voice, as the voice. Change your voice, change your life. She's going to teach you today how to anchor your voice to your soul, that your voice is exalted in authenticity. And she wants to help you locate your voice to change your life, and you're going to become the change that's needed in the world. She's known as a voice coach, creativity transformational coach, author of poetry, lover of quantum physics, observer, and a force of nature. She has taught at Yale, Circle in the Square, NYU, New York City Acting Studio, financial institutions, as well as seminars around the world. She works with a wide range of award-winning clients, Emmy, Golden Globe, Tony, and Pulitzer. In more than her 30 years of experience facilitating the awakening of the voice and creative consciousness, body work and bioenergetics, poetry, and emotional clearing have played a big part in her life. She's written a book called Breaking into the Brilliance. It's a multimedia, multi-sensorial, sensorial, I never said that word, sensorial electronic book experience that documents her journey while simultaneously helping to guide others through theirs. Breaking into Brilliance takes a process of self-investigation into a different level. So she's going to help lead you today into a beautiful journey of awakening your voice and the power of your voice. And oops, if anybody, please mute yourself as we allow our guest speaker to come to the stage. We're going to check and see who's unmuted. Welcome to the stage, Lynn.
Thank you so much, Sheri. It's my very first time here. It's actually my very first time having a full half hour to speak. It's like my initiation into speech presentation, and I'm just thrilled to be here. So thank you, and a shout out to Jean, who introduced me to Sheri. So I just want to talk a little bit about what has gotten me here. And though I have had the credits that they sound like credits that Sheri has just talked about, I've been teaching at Yale and I taught at NYU and all this, you know, with all kinds of people who have won all kinds of awards. So I've had a foot in both places in a way. I had a breakdown when I was very young, which opened up the doors to another part of myself and really opened up my right brain tremendously. And so though I was still in these, you know, awesome institutions working, I was slowly recovering. And as I was recovering, it was opening these doors to another place, not just to my creativity, but I began to get messages from my guides. And that was very scary at the beginning. I didn't know, I felt this energy around me and I didn't know what it was. And I finally said, "Who are you? Do you have a name?" And I heard, "Call me Gabe." And I was like flabbergasted. Gabrielle is here. I have also been a photographer working with the Greek government, and I have enormous pictures of Athena in my apartment. And I felt her energy here one day, and I went back on the walls. You're too much for me. So it was like a process of awakening. And the awakening happened very strongly in a particular acting class that I gave, because I could feel suddenly, I love actors. I mean, I really still identify with being an actor. I did a lot of acting, and I did particularly a lot of voiceovers, but they need a kind of coddling to open. And I began to recognize that I was using a different voice and that I was speaking to them to make the attempt to move into who they really were, and not the gauze that was pushing them and that wasn't getting them anywhere. And one woman, she freaked out. She was on stage doing her scene and she completely freaked out. And I said, just go up and scream, go up and cry. What do you have to do to open up who you are and to show us who you are? And some of that led to her just kind of rocking herself and holding her heart. And she began to sound so different. It was really an amazing moment for me, because I recognized that I had an ability to shift people's awareness of themselves in a way that I was absolutely not, which I hadn't ever believed or knew. So I also have some crib sheets, because I've never done this before. And I spoke to my guides last night and I got some downloads, all of which I really know, but I needed their support. And so I want to read some of this to you. Our voice is exalted in authenticity. It's created from a deep, relaxed space with a very strong focus. The beauty, magic, and power. It has beauty, magic, and power. Also, the word spelling, right, is from spell. And we actually, up until the Middle Ages, had a voice that was capable of creating anything through spells. That's pretty powerful. It's pretty astonishing to me. The world reverberates back to us with the same power that we give out. It depends on how much you want to really let yourself be. This is really something that one has got to make a choice about, because so many people come to me and they say, you know, I don't have a voice, and they're talking like this. I said, yes, you do. The voice is there, but you have to take the courage to speak it out. And that's our work. We have to give you that courage. You have to, in implements, open doors to your authentic voice and to the power and the beauty and the magic of your authentic voice. Now, we have this as a baby. We're born with it. We're born with the beauty and the clarity of this. And it's about when we become young adults that we have lost the frequency of our authentic voice, because of the home, because of parents, because of school, because of friends, because we've been challenged in a way that is scaring us. So how do we get it back? That's what we're here for. We're here. How do we get it back? And when do you show your authentic voice? I'm sure you all do. When you talk to babies, when you talk to your lover, when you talk to your children. We've all felt that softening in certain ways. And when that softening happens, the voice is revealed. Deepa is smiling at me. I like that. Now, there is a new science called bioacoustics. And bioacoustics is telling us that the voice is in charge of giving instruction to every cell in our body. I have to say that again, because when I first heard this, it blew my mind, and I began to scream in the middle of my apartment. I was shouting with happiness. So I'm going to read it again. Bioenergetics is telling us that the voice is in charge of giving instruction to every cell in the body. Every single person has a frequency in their voice that affects the processes in all of their body. Every cell of our body is affected by our voice. Now, I know I grew up thinking if my body was strong, my voice was strong, and I just had to make my voice stronger and make my body stronger. So this really rocked my world. Our voices are holographic. They go out to the ends of the universe. They change it changes while it goes through galaxies, but it goes all the way out. And this is another thing that blew my mind. Our voice contains a blueprint of our body. Now, what does that mean? What does that exactly mean? That our voice contains a blueprint of our body. I want you to think about that for a second. What does that mean? We'll talk about that. So how do we take charge of our voice? Do you remember a time when you were aligned? Do you remember a time? Do you remember a time when you had an epiphany and you spoke it and you said exactly what you felt at a time that you even was surprised that it came out of your own mouth? I know I did have that when I was very young. I was very suppressed. Actually, this was my voice when I got older. I had this very deep voice because I was frightened to show my vulnerability, which is another piece that I want to talk to you about. Before we do some exercises, I want to talk to you about this. Most people are afraid of the vulnerability, but if you have the power, the strength of your voice, that will hold up your vulnerability. I mean, think about the great speakers. Think about the great actors. And I've been around actors my whole life. And the sensibility is so strong and the sensitivity is so strong, but they have so much power, which is why everybody watches them. The beauty and the power and the clarity of the great actors. They have so much of that. And they're able to bring that through. They're able to bring the sensitivity and the sensibility of who they are and their voice because of the strength of who they are. So they're not frightened of it. And I've had this discussion with a lot of people. So our voices need to be exercised, not just our body. The heart voice, the voice of authenticity, is created from a deeper, relaxed place and a strong focus. We have beauty, we have magic, we have power. And a key to our brilliance is in our voice. Well, how do we change our voice so we can change our life and change the world? Okay, I don't need my crib sheet anymore. So I want to, and I'm hoping you will get up to do some of this. You can sit if you wish, but I would like you to get up. I'm hoping that you can see me. Think about this. Think about doing this. Get up on your feet. Come up on your feet. Let yourself be on your feet. Come on.
Stand up, guys. You want to take advantage of this free coaching?
Come on, stand up. Come on, be with me. Stand up, everyone.
Express your voice, change your life. There we go.
Come stand up.
Stand up for
I
yourself.
just want you to do something really simple for this moment. I want you to roll your head down, all the way down to your feet, and just drop over and relax your body. Roll, roll down, all the way down to your feet. And relax your body. And make a lot of sound, as much sound as you possibly can. Make some sounds. I'm not hearing anybody. And just stay there for a moment.
They're muted. Did you want them to unmute themselves?
Oh yeah, unmute yourself, please.
Oh, oh God. Okay, hold on.
Oh, come on.
Oh God.
Come on, take it. Come on, Francis. Come on. Just hang over. Hang over. Just make a lot of sound. Relax your body and make sound. Whoa, and move around while you're down there. Move around, move your hands into
Something.
figure eights and just breathe. Okay, okay, okay. I know. But you know, you have to let out what feels very hard behind it. And so come on up, come on up now. Come on up, slowly,
Okay.
slowly, slowly,
All right.
slowly.
Thank you
And
for
just
participating.
what?
Thank you for participating.
Yes, thank you for participating. Press your feet into the
Just
ground.
can't get into the fun room from here. So I
Yeah.
don't know what to do. Yeah. Okay.
But there's no way to show you.
Breakout rooms.
We have to do some
Go in
work.
here.
Press your feet into the ground until you
Go in there.
feel a little bit of shakiness in your legs. You might feel a little bit of tremor in your legs. How do we get the voice out of us? That's our true voice. We have to open the body. We have to open the body. So if you press your feet into the ground really, really deeply, you might feel a little bit of a tremor. And I just want you to relax the body, because the voice of authenticity is through the strength of a relaxed body. When bodies are relaxed and have a strong focus, there's a lot of strength. Ah, come on, make some more sounds. Ah, come stand up. Ah, ah, your arms now. Whoa, whoa, use your whoa, use your arms. Shake them out. Whoa. Let it be silly. Let it be silly, silly, silly. Whoa. All right, now move it around, and just move left to right, move a little bit left to right, because the sound, it's going to be louder than you're used to. But don't forget, we're looking for the authentic voice, and we're looking for the fullness of the authentic voice. Come on, let's hear it a little bit. Whoa. Whoa. Go faster. Whoa. Whoa. The faster you allow it to go, the more you'll get out of your head and the fear. The more you'll get out of your head and the more you won't feel self-conscious if you do it really fast. Whoa. 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 Just lots of sound. Ah. Whoa. Ah. Ah. Slow it down a little bit and just see what you're feeling. Ah. Ah. Let your sound out. Let it out. Ah. Ah. All right, now you can sit down for a moment. What do you feel? What do you feel? What do you feel? Do you feel
Exhilarated.
you feel exhilarated?
Yeah, I do actually, because I was tired because it's late for me here. It's
It woke you up.
Yeah, you did.
What's, Joan, Francis, what's different in your voice? Is anything different?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I think so. Yeah,
It's higher pitch. It's higher.
Actually feel softer.
No, it's higher pitch.
That makes a sense. Yeah.
I hear more of your voice than I usually hear. I know Joan Francis, so I know what she sounds like. I hear more of
My
your voice.
Scottish accent.
What?
My Scottish accent.
Your Scottish accent. I love your Scottish accent, but I do miss every fourth word. All right, now this This is very important, okay? I want you to rub your whole face around, rub it all around, and move into the jaw, all around, and take your knuckles and go really deep into the hinge. You know, the skull is in two parts, right? And it can open when we open our mouth. So really, you're going to find a pain pocket there. You're going to find a pain pocket. And I want you to roll into that pain pocket more than feels comfortable. Just go a little bit deeper and feel. I haven't met anybody except one Black extraordinary gospel singer who don't have pain pockets. Maybe the opera singers don't have pain pockets, but everybody I've ever worked with. And so deep, and then go round here, and really wake it up. Go into the sinuses. So your face, it's like the tuba, right? It puts out a lot of the sound. All right, now put your tongue out. See, you're using your fingers. That doesn't help, Joan Francis. You need to use your hands. You really need to use your knuckles. You need to get into those little muscles that have been holding you back for a long time, everybody. And then underneath, you can even go down alongside your throat. Feels great. We don't massage our face. We massage the body, we move the body, but we don't. Most of us just use the front part of the tongue, whereas the whole tongue, the high back vowels are on the back of the tongue, the high front vowels are in the front of the tongue. Everyone sort of talks like this in the middle of the tongue, right? And so that's the whole other lesson. Okay, so now put your tongue out. Put it out.
No.
Don't You made listen. I watched my prior life, and so you've got to.
She trains professional celebrities. Stick your tongue out.
No.
That's right.
You don't have to do it on public. You don't have to do it publicly. You can put your
But
camera
while
off.
we're
Put your
doing that,
camera off.
the
No,
back of
my
the
camera
tongue,
off.
the back
Yeah,
of
put
the
your
tongue.
camera off if you're not comfortable. Yeah.
No.
If you don't want to, don't do it. But
Okay.
listen up. The back of the tongue is connected directly into the vocal cords. And if the back of the tongue is tight, the cords are tight. And if the cords are tight, the diaphragm is tight. It's all one passageway. And the back of the tongue is a very powerful place. And there's a group, there's a tribe, and I don't remember where it was, but part of what they do to show their anger is they beat their chest and they stick their tongue out to their enemies. Very powerful. So
I've seen that, and it's actually almost like a ceremonial process where they bend their body, they stick their tongue out, and they go,
but
right?
for us, it's going to release the back of the tongue and vocal cords. And that is going to give you a different sound. And if you let it hang out, and you let it hang out until it burns. Now, you can only do this a minute at a time, like say twice a week, because you don't want to stretch the vocal cords. It's it's a very tender place. But it's really relaxing. The more you let go, the more you allow the tongue to open the body, the body will slow down and will be calmer. So just try it. You too, Jean. Jean's studying with me a little. You feel the openness? Ah. And
Feels
maybe,
numb.
maybe it also, you can feel some pain in the cheeks or into the neck, because it's all one connection. Into the back of the neck, all of it is one connection.
Feels hot.
Feels hot, yeah.
Mhm.
I can feel people. Okay, now there's another piece.
Ah.
Now there's another piece that I want you to do, which I'm sure you might be too happy about. I want you to take your baby fingers and put them right into where the back, where the throat begins. Don't put them down your throat, but
Oh my God.
into, look. Ha, ha,
Ah.
ha. So open up the throat. You open up the throat so there's more space. Yeah, I know. This is only the beginning of the fun ones. You know, if I had an hour, it would be more. So it opens up the throat. So you have more air passage, more air available to you. Okay? Okay. Now just breathe. Oh. Shake your arms out again. Shake your arms out again. Shake, shake, shake. Whoa. And make sound a little bit more than you want to make. Make it a little bit bigger than you like. Oh.
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 Whoa.
Oh.
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 Whoa. Round your lips. Round your lips.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh, and round your lips now. Practicing this and practicing to open up, okay? Now, one more thing I want you to do. What is it? One line of poetry and see if your voice feels different. We have one more exercise to do. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? I want to hear it. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Come on, Jean, Jim Francis, come on.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Okay,
Shall
now
I compare you to a summer's day?
Now I want you to do it with your finger in between your teeth.
Yeah.
Shall
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Shall I compare thee
Shall I compare thee to a
to a
summer's
summer's
day?
day? Take it out and now say it again. Shall I compare?
Shall I compare
Shall I
thee to
compare
a
you
summer's
to a
day?
summer's day?
Is it
Shall
different?
I compare you to a summer's day?
Is it different after you use? Because this gets you to use your cheeks
Cheeks.
and it gets you to use your tongue in a way you're not used to doing.
Mhm.
Okay?
Are you supposed to
That-
bite down or just stick your finger there?
No. Put your finger in between. Don't
Just
bite
there.
on it.
Don't
You
bite.
can use a pencil. You can use a pencil, like, or I can use, you know, like that.
I compare you to use the summer's day?
Shall I compare thee to a summer's
Shall I
day?
compare you to the summer's day?
Okay.
Shall I compare you to a
Shall
summer's
I
day?
compare you to the summer's
Shall I
day?
compare thee to a summer's day? Yeah. Mhm.
Different, right?
Shall I?
It's different.
Mhm.
Now put your hand on your heart. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Shall I
Shall I
compare thee
compare
to a
you
summer's day?
It's different, right?
Mhm.
Practice, working the exercise.
Shall I
And
compare
then,
thee?
so what's the goal? The goal is to be able to do the heart voice without your hands on your heart.
Mhm.
That's the goal,
Mhm.
okay? You did great. Great work.
Thank you, everyone who
Thank you.
participated.
I had such a
No.
good time. Thank you, Sheri.
I did it. I didn't want anyone to see or hear me, but I did it on the back end. So I cheated as well. That was great. That was fun. Thank you, Lynn, for being here, and thank you, Jean, for inviting her. And thank you for stepping up and expressing your voice and sharing your truth and your purpose and your gifts and your wisdom. I told you, you got so much to share, lady. Okay, and this is a platform for you to share it. So thank you for being here. So if you'd like to follow her to her room, number 49. Somebody's still vibrating. Who's still vibrating?
I had trouble finding my room recently.
Yeah, okay, I know you keep popping in and popping out. Whenever you leave the breakout room, just hit the blue button that says leave breakout room. Don't hit leave meeting. If you hit leave meeting, then you're going to completely leave Zoom.
I don't have a blue button at the bottom here for some reason.
Okay, Vicky's going to have to help you with that. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you want to win a session with her right now, put in the chat from 0 to 100 if you want to win a session. You have to be here, guys. Unfortunately, it has to be for non-practitioners. Non-practitioners have to do an exchange. You can work something out on the side. Put a 0 to 100 if you want to win a session. And anybody who's listening right now on Facebook or YouTube, this is where the party's at. You can only do just put your number in once. Doesn't cost anything to participate. We work by love donations. We're still here for another hour and a half. The party's not over. Come to a bit.ly, bit.ly/Zoom 1127, which is the date 1127. It's always a bit.ly. Zoom 1127 is always the way to get in the door to register for the event. Okay, so we're going to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to have Jean up next. And also in the playroom is anybody who's available. I think we have Dulcie going in there, and we also Deb going into the playroom in room number 1. So do you have your number written down, Lynn?
I have it in my head. You want me to write it down? Okay, 1 second.
If you make sure that you didn't win any sessions today in order to win, guys. Don't look at the screen, just write down your number.
Okay, I'm writing it.
Writing it down.
I have it down. Mhm.
Okay, you have it down. That's the word. She has it down. Hashtag. Okay. Ready to hold it up? We'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And what is your number, Lynn? Hold it up. 3. So we have Autumn. Autumn.
Yay, I haven't won anything today. This is great.
Yay, Autumn, I've been enjoying you lighting your fire.
Yeah.
No, that's like a whole experience in itself. Just watch
Yeah.
watch Autumn light her fire.
And
Yeah.
don't forget the dog.
Yeah, she's front and center.
So Autumn, what's your number?
I said 25. What's really funny is the last time I wrote 46 on a guess, and then the next person wrote 64, and Amber put 52. I don't know why. It's just interesting.
So you guys are like going, I'm gonna win the next. No, it's almost like going to a casino, like I'm gonna win this. How
Right.
exciting, So congratulations that we got to experience you lighting the fire and your dog. And where are you from, Autumn? Where do you live?
I'm in Tahoe right now.
Tahoe, Nevada.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm sorry, my dog. I'm just very excited about it. Okay.
Yeah, you won. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's happy. So
Yeah.
everybody can follow Lynn to room number 49. And I want to have some Q&A with her and talk to her and see how you can work with her and have some sessions and join her classes or her courses and see how you can go further and deeper. Autumn, go there to exchange emails. Okay?
Okay, so I'm going to breakout rooms again.
Yeah.
And
We're going to
I'm
put you in your room.
You're going to put me in my room. That would be terrific if you would just put me in my room.
And
Because I don't even see my room listed here today at the moment.
yeah,